Hi Grayson, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So what'd you do over spring break?
Nothing much. I went home. One of the days I got to work at a retreat at the camp I work at in the summer, so that was fun.
What camp is it?
It's a small one. It's Hidden Falls Ranch, and it's in Wayside, Texas, which is right by where I'm from.
Okay, that's great. Tell me what goes on at the camp.
It's a Christian summer camp, so I mean, there's a lot of activities that go on during the day. Like there's swimming, horseback riding, hiking. It's right on the edge of the Powder Canyon, which is just kind of like a mini version of the Grand Canyon that's in Texas. And at night there's like campfire and like worship and stuff like
How did you learn about this camp?
that. I started going when I was 9 years old, and a bunch of my friends from school went, and so I was a camper for like 4 or 5 years, and my whole group of friends just like went together every year.
Wow, that's a long time. So how long have you been working there?
This will be my fourth summer on staff.
What is your position?
Normally, like the past 3 years, I was a lifeguard and counselor, but this summer I'm the head dishwasher.
All right, that's exciting. So what duties does the head dishwasher include?
I pretty much oversee the whole dining hall, and I mean, I'll obviously wash dishes and make dish schedules. And a big part of like camp is a CIT. It's when you're 14 years old. It's counselor in training, and they're mostly the ones that will do the dishes. So I get to hang out with them a lot too, which will be fun.
That's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
So what do you do when it's like not mealtime or you're not prepping for meals or cleaning dishes?
They basically say I have a lot of flexibility with what I want to do. I know in past, like people who like, don't have campers would just like kind of bounce around different activities, see who needs help. A lot of times, a counselor or something, or if someone's sick or gone, like will need help, like someone like to fill in for the like a few hours to take over. So I probably do some of that and then work with the CITs.
Okay, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What age groups does this camp offer for?
The youngest is 7 and the oldest is 13. But sometimes there's campers who are a little bit younger than 7, but that 6 is like the absolute youngest, and that just only happens a few times a summer.
Okay, so what all happens during the day for the campers?
Okay, in the morning it's called flagpole, and it's basically everyone goes and meets at where we have our flag and do like morning stretches, just fun silly stuff to get everyone woken up, and then we'll have breakfast. And then you'll get your schedule for the day, and you have a list of activities that you can go to, and you'll go to a few, and then there's lunch, and then there's rest time, and then you'll have a few more activities after rest time, and then there's free time where that's when the pool's open, so a lot of people choose to go swimming, or they can go like rock climbing. And then after that it's dinner, and there's usually a game after dinner, and then after that it's called campfire, which is it's around sunset, and we like have a campfire and we sing worship songs, and we have a guy who comes in and like says like a message for the day, and it's just like, and after that sometimes there's a game after that, but that's only like once or twice a week that'll happen, and then it's just time to get ready for bed.
You said you went there as a camper. What was your favorite part as a camper?
It's funny because I don't like riding horses anymore, but whenever I was like a little, like 9, 10 years old, like I loved getting to ride the horses, like getting to be around them and pet them. Like I loved that. That was my absolute favorite.
That sounds so fun. Mm-hmm. So what has changed for you from going from a camper to becoming a part of the staff?
A big thing is that since I've been on staff, there's been new directors. Whenever I was a camper, it was this same guy who's a director for like 20 years. And then my very first year on staff, he kind of stepped back, and there's these 2 new ones. So it's just been a real big shift in like leadership in a good way. Mm-hmm. And so like that's the biggest thing I've noticed. And just like the camp is just like a lot more efficient and put together, and just like it's come a long way since whenever I was a little kid.
Well, it sounds like some good changes.
Mm-hmm.
How long does a session of camp last?
The campers will be there for a week, and they'll get there Sunday around dinner time and leave Friday around dinner time also. And then if you're like a CIT, when you're 14, you're a counselor in training, and when you're 15, you're called a junior staff intern, and you're both there for 2 weeks at a time.
Okay, so did you go through those positions to get where you're at?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when the campers aren't there, what do you do? Do you just hang out at the campgrounds or do you go back home? What are some activities that you may do?
It's pretty open to whatever you want. I know a few times we'll stay the weekend when no one's there, and that's a lot of fun because that's like when you really get to bond with like the other staff members because like everyone is just like doesn't have like anything to do really, so you're just hanging out. Um, Sometimes since it is like 30 minutes away from like where I live, which is Amarillo, I'll go home and it's like a really good thing to like unwind, do your laundry and stuff like that.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
So how much longer do you plan on working there in the summers? Like, is this going to be your last summer or do you see yourself doing it throughout college?
That's something I've been wondering for a long time. I'm probably gonna talk to my bosses during the summer and like see like if they like want me to like have a specific job next summer, if they've been planning to like need me in. But if like there's really no like definitive answer, this is probably gonna be my last summer, which is really sad.
I bet that is so sad. So if per se they say that they want you, do you think you'll get a promotion or like will you move up in positions?
Maybe this summer is basically a promotion. I'm on the leadership staff, and so pretty much I've like I've gone a lot higher than like what I've normally been, and so a promotion would be just like a different leadership job, which there's a few I'd be interested in.
Right. So what has been the most like memorable or like cherished moment since becoming a staff member at camp?
Definitely last summer I had a camper and she just had a really, really rough home life, and there's just a time where I had to like sit with her. She had to call her something happened and she ended up having to like call her grandmother, and I was standing a few feet away from her and I can just like hear her grandmother just like screaming at her and like cheering her on. It was like so sad, but by the end of the week she wanted to get baptized and I got to do it, and so that was probably like one of my most favorite memories of like all 10 summers I've been out there.
Wow, that seems so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for sharing with me about your camp.
No problem.
Thank you.